Hi all, Deb here from the Divine Plan Project. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, a little bit of news for you. We were asked to prepare ourselves for travel, and we've been preparing ourselves for the last few years, and we've done quite a bit of travel actually around Australia at various times when they've told us where we needed to be. And this time they gave us word about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they said it was time to leave Australia. And basically we wouldn't be returning for any long period of time. So we had to get rid of all of our belongings, vehicles, everything. We had recently taken ownership of a dog that had been my ex's and only had him for a couple of months, and we had to have him rehomed too because they've told us that we won't be staying in one place for very long at all. And so all of this took some time, kept us away from you. Yesterday we did our first long trance channel with the Alpha and the Omega. Unfortunately, my laptop has sustained some damage over the last couple of months, and I had it on my lap and we were doing voice only, and it covered the recorder, and so it's not very clear at all. So what we're working on is yes, we'll provide you with that copy, that will go up as well, and we're working on the transcript too, because it was a little bit muffled, so the transcript's not exactly right. But let me just see if I can summarize what it was that they were talking about. And so they talked about there now being 3 different streams of work, or 3 different topics that we will bring to you each time. The first was what we had been talking to you about, which was the design work, the decisions around whether to stay or go, whether to create a new cosmos or not, and what the designs for the new cosmos and the new, I guess you'd call it, hierarchies, the new conditions and everything else would be. And there's so much more of that for us still to reveal to you. We've only given you the high level look, and so that will be stream number 1, or topic number 1, that we talk about. The second topic that we will talk about is, we're in a time, and this isn't about aligning with any particular religion, but we are in a time of revelations. There are a lot of things being revealed and coming out about the way that things work on this planet, as well as the exchanges between this planet and extraterrestrials. A lot of these things are being revealed, even by the Pentagon. Files and records are being released. And that's not exactly our role here. We may talk about some of that, but that's not our role. They said that what we would be tasked with channeling is information and revealing what goes on the other side. So all of us are very familiar with what goes on in politics and governments around the world here, and the various models and the way those work out for the citizens of those nations and those models, but very few are really aware of what goes on the other side as well. And they're taking accountability for giving out that information about the flaws that are encountered on the other side, what works well, what doesn't work well. And so they've said that's going to be a large piece of what we'll be committing to reveal to you. Obviously, I'm just the channel there. We've collected a lot of information over the last few years, so we may be having discussions about it ourselves too, based on what we've experienced and what we've learned. So that's another stream, so that's stream 2. And then the third stream they talked about is the support necessary for what we might call those beings that are here for a very specific purpose, which is this transition at this time. Some people give that the label of light workers. Some say it's the 144,000. I like to call them the helpers that are here right now. There are also some known as earth angels, and there are returning masters. There are many, many beings that are here right now. And this third stream, or topic for discussion is about creating support for one another, for what we are going through. Yes, there's literally wars going on this planet, and there's spiritual warfare on this planet, but there's also many of us who are experiencing tensions and warfare that goes on between us and the other realms as well, mostly unbeknownst to us, unbeknownst to the light workers. Many have been coming to me lately, several I should say, feeling very defeated, despondent, ready to give up, and they weren't aware of the tactics that were being used against them. And that's something that we have undergone and experienced. The most radical end of it, I would say, because that's part of our contract, was experiencing much of this first, so that we could actually give those light workers, those beings, those helpers that are here for this purpose of the transition right now, the keys for how to sustain themselves and how to keep themselves safe and protected against those types of techniques that are used against beings like us. So those are the 3 streams, and we will get that channel up for those who are patient enough to hear it in a little bit of a garbled format, and we'll get the transcript cleaned up and get that up there as well. But that's virtually in a nutshell. Oh, they did speak at length about the need for beings such as yourselves to know yourself. That through all of this, our most important weapon is self-knowledge. And the most important being to empower right now, it's not about empowering others outside of ourselves, it's about empowering ourselves, knowing our own capabilities to keep ourselves sane, peaceful, keeping ourselves balanced in the middle of everything that may be going a little bit crazy and berserk around us. This is our best and highest likelihood of sanity and balance, is getting to know yourself, empowering yourself. And so obviously that will be much of what they speak of in that 3rd topic that we go through. We're not sure how often these channels will be, but it feels like pretty much several times a week at this point. Okay, so that being said, I think that we will stop this brief update, and then I will hop back on in a few moments, and we will go ahead and give them the opportunity to channel. We'll keep this short for those who don't want to watch the entire thing.